Hello.
Hi.
I haven't been live in a minute. Good evening.
Vote if you think she should be live more often. I can't see. I have my glasses on. Oh.
Good evening. This is for the lash artist only. If you're not a lash artist, get off of here because you're gonna make me nervous. Okay, so me and Jess
Hi guys.
are going to be I'm going to be doing a demo with the Halo UV system on Jess, and then Andrea from Evlo Lash Co. is gonna hop on here too, and we're just gonna answer everyone's questions. Lashes are lashing, thank you. Jess did them.
This morning.
This is an unflattering angle of her, sorry. Also, I need to figure out I can't decide what, angle to do yet. Like, I don't know, we'll figure that out in a second. But okay, Andrea,
I'm joining too.
you're joining too?
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
So supportive. Okay. Hi! Oh my god, I love your background.
Thank you.
That looks like my waiting room. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
Fun.
Okay, if you are joining, everyone, please drop where you are tuning in from. Andrea and I are both in Texas. However, we're like 4 or 5 hours apart. Yes,
Yeah.
Texas
Yeah.
is not big.
Yeah, we're in North Dallas here.
Yes. Hi, Dennis. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Why am
I
I so nervous?
too.
You are too. Stop.
I go live all the time, but I usually am like lashing, so this is.
I haven't gone live in forever. But I figured, like I'll be lashing and you'll be the one answering the hard
That's
questions.
perfect.
So we're good.
California, Oregon, Indiana, Arizona, Oklahoma, New York. Oh my gosh.
Jess said hi, I'm at Wicked. She's on my table right now. Okay, New York, SoCal. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oklahoma, Indiana. Okay. So yeah, basically in case y'all didn't know, I have been using the Evlo UV system the past couple of months, and like when I tell you in the past, because I mean I've been lashing in February it'll be 9 years, so like I was the queen of like if it ain't broke don't fix it. Like I didn't want to learn anything new. Like I really was like that person. Like I was like I don't need to learn anything new. Like I'm already perfect. But I felt like so many people were like jumping on, the bandwagon, and I felt left out and I had FOMO. So I was excited to like, it was actually like, I feel like it was good for my brain to try something new actually. Yeah. And it like completely rewired my brain. And I was like, oh, actually, like I don't know everything. And there is like still things I can do to like improve my artistry and all that good stuff. But
yeah.
So I have been using the system. I love it. And then, I've made a few videos, I've posted a few stories, and then like I get so many questions, obviously, and I'm always like texting you, like, how do I answer this? Like, what do I say? So I figured it'd be great to like just go live together and like I'll do like a demo, and then like I did a question box on my stories yesterday, and then like I even have some questions I can ask you too. And then that way I can just this will just be like I'll keep this on my feed too. And this can kind of be like our one-stop shop for like anyone that like wants all of their questions answered and like wants a little tutorial basically.
Perfect. And I figured while you're lashing, I can read comments that are coming in too. So we can
Yes.
So I'm so excited. I honestly started because I saw like little like just a lot of people talking about it back like 2.5 years ago. And I was skeptical, but like open. And so I just decided to like figure out the science because I'm kind of like I just need to know how and why and where and what and everything. And so I started just researching for myself. And then I saw the safety of it. And then I was like, well, shoot, why not? I already had a lash brand. Might as well bring it on and see if it works. Cause that's, I don't know,
Exactly.
you know, like it is money oriented, but like also with this, like we can like change the industry, which is so exciting. Like when you're UV curing, like that it's exciting.
Yeah,
So
also, and it's like I'm like the fast or I thought I'm like, oh, I'm the fastest lasher ever. Like there's no way I could get any
yes,
faster. But like it has been making everything faster because for one, well, and I
yes,
was really nervous too because I was like, oh, how am I gonna only lash like one eye at a time? Like I like actively teach in my classes and like on TikTok, I'm like, never lash one eye
yeah,
at a time. That's crazy. And so I
yeah,
was like, how am I going to do that? But like when I started doing it and then like
yeah,
literally it cures instantly. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay, this is a lot faster. And then
yeah.
most of the time, like, well, what I found so far, again, I'm still new at using it, but like what I found so far is like people are having better attention. So then that means like the fills will be
Yes.
even quicker.
Yes. That was like, that's a lot of people. Like, I know that Dennis mentioned it, but that was like a bunch of the clamoring when it was like first coming out. It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I didn't think that my retention could get better. I already had good retention. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, like I did struggle on a couple people and they were coming back. They were pushing their fills like 4 weeks. And I was like, wait, I thought that was a full set. Like when we're talking about traditional glue, you can't go past a certain time.
Right.
Well, I've done like 6 week fills, 7 week fills.
Oh
Like
my
it's
God.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then that way I saw someone in a Facebook group too that was like, oh, like why would I want my clients to go longer in between fills? But then it's like if your clients are going longer in between fills, then that way you can get more clients in the door and you're not like turning so many people away because like most of my
Yeah.
clients come in every 2 weeks, so it is hard to
Yeah.
like put new people on my books because
Yeah.
I'm like already booked for like 4 weeks, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How
So
many clients now do you have that you use the UV on?
right now I would say actively like 5
Oh, cool.
people.
That's perfect.
And I would say all of them have had better retention except this girl. She's
The first time we used it, I had great retention, and I told you I was like, I'm thinking about converting.
yes, she just has bad retention all the time. I'm like, what do I do? Like, I don't know what to
Told you
do at this point.
I think it's the
Yes.
density because I think it's like the way my hair is. That's what I was telling you last time.
Yeah.
I think you need to look into that.
Her, I think like the porosity and stuff. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like she has like this like slippery lashes, so, like nothing like grips onto them. To be fair, I never get her like I'm never able to get her 100% full either because like we trade, so we just like bust each other out like super quick. But like it's after hours right now, so I'm like I'm gonna try to get her like full because
There you go.
There you go. But I never get her. There's so many reasons. Oh wow, I just realized you're live on your phone. That's crazy. I have like 2 views right now. Okay, so that's creepy.
Oh my gosh.
I can't see. I don't have my glasses on.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out what like the best way possible is to like do this view.
Yeah.
If I have to like, I don't know, if I have to like put it on my light or whatever, I can do that. Are you gonna turn that off? Are you gonna have that off?
No.
Oh,
You want to use this?
no. Um, hold on. Let me find like my phone flip. Okay, so how long have you had your lash supply company? Because I don't
Yeah,
even know
so
this.
that's a great question while you get all situated. So
Yeah.
I have been lashing for 8 years now, and I'm originally from Montana. And I actually started my company because I started training with a brand, Bella Lash. Actually, I was one of their educators
Oh
in the area.
wow.
Because like in Montana, it's like a dead zone. Nobody goes there, and so they needed people there that trained. And so I started training with them, and I actually really liked the curriculum. They were the first people that had more than a 1 day. They had a little bit more to it. It was the first time I learned lash mapping, all these things.
Yeah.
But I kind of just felt like the kits were lacking in a way. And so I was actually paying like my student fees, my kit fees, but then I was also paying money out of my pocket to beef up the kits because I'm like, these kits are just not it.
Yeah.
And they were there, but they were just needed to be pushed up to the next level. So sometimes I was spending $200 per kit to like beef them up. And so then like what I actually took home was very minimal. And so I actually started like getting glue rings and like just these little things from the manufacturers, and it kind of went from there. And so hi.
Hi.
I I also saw that there was like a lacking in science. So a lot of times, like a lot of the allergy protocols was like Benadryl, cold compress, and I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
yes, like, and nobody really explained like why humidity mattered. And so, like I said, I really get into like I can get nerdy. So if I get too nerdy, please let me know. Because I like to nerd out. I want to know why and how. Like I
I
love
think that's super important.
I agree. And so that's where I
Oh, boob
like
shot.
started my I started like I kicked off with education because I was like I love the education but it just needs more. And so I launched with my education and was like having some things here and there and then when the UV, that's where I got just interested. I was like, I want to know why and how. I really want to know because there was like fear mongering and a lot of questions, but I just really wanted to know, like, from somebody who doesn't even use it, like, what the safety was. And then as I tried it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the next big. I know it because, like, the instantly cured, like you said.
Yeah.
And that is actually what really blew me into like worldwide lash brand was the UV because it was taking off in such a crazy level that like you could like if people's launched UV now like it's just gonna take off so
Yeah. I
but
agree.
yeah but then like seeing the retention and then seeing like the benefit of the allergies, allergic reactions, seeing the different formulas that are now coming out that aren't even, oh my gosh, I love my Evlo system. Oh my gosh, I love her. She just got hers for the Black Friday sale. It's exciting.
Oh, yay.
But
Okay,
then,
yeah, so that was one
yeah.
of my questions actually. Like, have you used it like on people that have had an allergy before and then like they don't have it with this?
Yes, I actually have people that find me for this. Okay, so
Ooh.
recently, because if people don't know what UV is essentially still using cyanoacrylate. So you might see some companies coming out with acrylate free, and that's because now you're not relying on the humidity. And so within our system, because you're instantly curing it, the fumes are reduced, and then therefore the potential allergic reaction is reduced because people are reacting to those fumes. And when you have different formulas, now we have a hush. It's 75% cyanoacrylate. So I was lashing some people with our bond, which is like the one that comes in the kit. It's a basic one, it's our starter one. And but then I would have one person, she's actually has lupus, and she would have flare-ups here and there. Like generally she could tolerate it, but it is a contraindication. Like when we have certain things that cause your body to react. I love Hush. I know, Daddy. Oh my gosh, I love it so much too. That now you can reduce the cyanoacrylate with the Hush. And so I have actually 5 people that have active allergic reactions. And with using the Hush, their reactions are gone. So there is a caveat to that. Always do, a patch test. I feel like patch tests are a thing. Some people don't think they are, but I honestly think patch testing is your best bet. Using the Hush and then rinsing or washing right after. Those are my things that you need to do to help eliminate or reduce that allergic reaction.
I just want to say, like, I'm obsessed with these little iPads, and like, whenever I put them in my video like a couple weeks ago, where I was like, oh, like how to lash faster or whatever, and it's like I already use tape to pull back the layers, but like these reusable, like I know they're for your like the bottom lashes, but I
No,
like
just for
doing
that.
that. This is how I
Yeah,
do fills. Is like I always start with the bottom layer. So it's like I love these
yeah,
because they don't like pull out the extensions when you take them off. Like they're
yeah.
sticky, but like not too
Yeah,
sticky.
I designed those so that you can use them. So if you see gummy bear lash pads, we didn't like copyright them or anything like that because I just don't have the money to do that. But I did design them. They are my design. now. But we created them with like, I wanted them to be a little sticky, but not too sticky. So they were a happy accident. They are actually supposed to be a little bit stickier, but there was a little bit of, anyway, happy accident. And so you can actually use them just like you're using, tape them back. You can flip it around and have the ears go down to kind of anchor for like an eyelid cover. And then also use
Ooh.
it as like a bottom lash pad. So I wanted it, if you've ever seen the Loom, the like, the robot lash thing.
Oh
It
yeah.
had like
Mm-hmm.
a cover and it had like these little things, and I was like, oh, that's great, because then like if you're worried about like the UV exposure, then this will cover the entire like lash line and anchor it down. So thank you.
I love them. And like so many people like were commenting about them and like DMing me about them. And then okay, so I'm gonna also I don't have my nails done right now. Don't judge
You're
me.
okay.
But I'm gonna use Bolt. I just started using this one and I was like, oh my god, like it's even faster. Cause like I
Yes.
said, I'm a fast lasher. And is this the fastest one that you have?
Yes. So that's a half-second cure. So that is our fastest formula on, like, it's pretty much the fastest on the market too. Like if you see UV glues, you might see some that are like half second. So half second is like kind of the fastest you can cure, really. Maybe we can get faster. Who knows? You know, never say never, because with UV, anything is possible. So yes, Bond comes in our kits, which is what you probably used before, I think.
Yes.
And that one's a 2-second cure. That was like kind of the first one that ever came out. And then Bolt happened, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is exciting. And then people were wanting like colored ones. So we came out with Hue. And that gives you so that you can like see what you're doing. It's still like a 1-second cure. And the Onyx actually was our biggest problem child. It still kind of gives us
Oh,
problems
that's
here and
big. Hold on.
there.
I didn't set up my light. Hold on. Hold
Oh, I
please.
hate when I do that.
Okay, there we go.
When
That
I
was
start laughing
huge.
without glue.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so does that look right to you?
Yeah,
Okay,
that looks perfect.
good to know. I've been doing it right this whole time.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm using pre-mades, by the way.
Perfect. Are you using the like PLA?
Yes. Okay, I was such a pre-made hater until recently. Like, now, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. The only reason I used them, like, started using them was because I got them for free.
Yeah.
And then I started using them, and I was like, wait, why
Do
have
you use
I
the
not
ones
been doing
that
this?
like wrap around the base?
Yeah, I have both. So
Yeah.
I've been experimenting with both, and I think right now, oh my god, my light is not even. What the heck? Okay, hold on. This is okay. Doing this on live is harder than it looks, guys.
Pre-mates and UV are match made in
Bear
heaven.
with me. But yeah, okay, so okay, yeah, I have both and I've been experimenting with both and like so far I think like I have the ones that wrap and I have the
Yeah.
ones that don't. I'm using the ones that don't right now.
Nice.
Okay, this is really hard. Sorry. Hold on.
That's okay. You're good.
Hold please. I'll get my groove like 5 lashes in. Okay, there we
How
go.
do you recommend sanitizing the teddy bear pads? Okay, so what I do is I like to put them in my Barbicide, and sometimes I neglect them, so don't worry about neglecting them. And then I wash with antibacterial soap and water, and then I put them like the bare head side down, so like the back side that would touch the skin up, and I spray with the like 99% alcohol, and I let them dry. So then the little clear thing that comes in the package, keep it, because then what you can do is take it and like stick the pads back on that and store them in your tin. So that's how I do it.
Nice. That's what I've been doing too.
That's
So yay,
perfect.
I'm glad I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
Okay, also I have Dennis said pre-mades in UV are match made in heaven. Yes.
I
Okay. I was like,
know.
why have I not like don't get me wrong, I still love like hand making fans, but I don't know, something
Yeah,
about not having to hand make them is
I know.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, I had questions on my stories and I'm pretty sure I can pop them on here. Yes,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, we kind of already answered this. Someone, can you see the questions?
Yes, I can.
Okay, someone said, "What's the drying time?" I don't know if they mean like for the adhesives or like
Yeah.
for the UV. I guess like how quickly does the UV cure the adhesives? Maybe is what they're asking.
Yeah, so like UV is still like it still is affected by humidity and temperature because it is still cyanoacrylate. Other than the new formulas that I don't know too much about them, but the actual like cyanoacrylate based ones, they still can be affected by your humidity and your temperature, so they still can dry. And so when you have a lower percentage like the Hush, it takes a little bit longer to dry. But then when you're curing, so like let's say like you're in Houston, so it can be pretty humid. If you
Yeah.
feel like when you dip and then you place, it's kind of mostly can be a little bit drier or tackier. It's because the humidity is still affecting it. Cure time now is dependent on the different formulas. So we have the Bolt is the fastest, half second, and then Hush no, excuse me. Onyx and Hue are a 1 second, and Hush and Bond are a 2 second.
Which one do you feel like you use the most?
I have been obsessed with the Hush, just like Dennis said. I don't
And
know.
that's the one with the low
Yes.
cyano.
Yes, it's our newest one, and I was using it
Ooh.
on a couple people here and there, and that's how I kind of test things. Is I have like my clients are my test subjects,
Yeah.
and so I would test like you don't want to like test it on everybody and be like, okay, now we all have terrible retention. So I would use it on one, and like, okay, she's good. Then I would use it on somebody who had the allergic reaction, like you're saying, and she had like full blown like swelling and itching, and with the Hush she doesn't have anything. So the Hush actually Bolt was my favorite until the Hush came out. So
Ooh, I'll have to try the Hush then. Yeah, because I'm loving Bolt right now.
so good.
Oh my god, I'm like messing myself up. Hold
You're
on.
good. I was hoping there's a way I can help you with like
This
questions.
is so hard. Okay.
I wonder if oh no. Oh, I can actually switch the questions. Are you
Oh,
okay with
you can too? Okay, cool.
Yes. Okay. Oops.
I would say the question, well, okay, I'm just gonna say one off the top of my head because I would say the one, obviously, the one I've been getting the most in my comments, is people like, oh, like, how is this safe? Like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, it won't pop up, I don't think. I think you have to switch it, but it looks like the next one says, would the light affect my eyes while I'm lashing? So I'm assuming this is a lash artist point of view. Like, does it affect your eyes? And so if you're somebody who is photosensitive, this is somebody who gets affected by bright light, like walking outside is very oppressive for your eyes, lashing with the arch light, you just feel fatigue at the end of the day, this can affect it. So wearing a like
Like the
protective,
glasses.
yeah, like the
Oh my
UV
god.
400 glasses that come in. It's like a classification. It protects your eyes up to 400 UV, but it's not really the UV that we're having to protect you from. It's more the eye strain, the just tiredness your eyes can feel. So it doesn't hurt your eyes by any means. It can just make you feel like you have headaches and stuff like that. So wearing like a yellow glass or a blue light glass might help you just with your general fatigue. And I honestly, I'll show you what I use.
Yes.
So I retrofitted these because nobody makes UV binocular loops. So I created my own, and I use a yellow
Ooh.
glass with my loops that I drilled into it, and then I cured it with UV glue. So this is what I use, and they're yellow, and it helps to just neutralize the color of the light and helps tone it down. So
I do
definitely.
just want to say real quick something that I did because I don't know like how closely people are like actually watching me lash, but like I would for a second there, like I couldn't get like this one lash to stick, and then I realized like it wasn't drying, and then I scooted the light a little closer, and then that helped. So like that's something I was running into at first too. If you remember, like when I saw you at LashCon, I was like, yeah, I feel like it's not like sometimes like I don't know if I'm like not doing it close enough, like blah blah blah. And then you were like, oh yeah, like try like getting the light closer. And so like that's just what I did
Yeah,
right now.
and
So like
because
yeah.
you are right-handed and it looks like that your light is coming from your right side, it could be like just micro like little shadows even. Sometimes like the lashes, it looks like that's perfect, whatever angle you have it at now.
Okay, cool.
But sometimes I like it on my non-dominant side versus my dominant side. But
And then
it
also,
makes
I
sense if you've been
technically don't have to cover the lids, do
no,
I?
no, you don't, because so that is something that people kind of like freak out about, is like, oh, my manufacturer, my developer, my brand said we have to. So there's classifications of the lights. Any light that's on the market has like a safety classification, whether or not you need to have eye protection or not. Let's say a tanning bed. Of course, you're going to have to wear like something that protects your eyes, but like your desk lamp, you don't need something because you're not going to be like this close to it. So with the lights, our light originally was tested at an IEC level, which is 20 centimeters. And we don't use that at 20 centimeters, the halo focus. And so at that range, the recommendation is eye protection, but you have to understand that's if your eyes were open. Okay, the
Right.
IBC only tests if the eyes are open. Your eyes are closed, and it's used at the now usage tested, which it's now exempt, showing that it's exempt under that distance, which is about 14 inches. So you don't need any eyelid blocking for the UV at all. It would be more for, like we talked about, the photosensitivity, the like
Oh, okay.
brightness. So you don't need it. Some people still use it just as like an extra safeguard, but if you're using it at that distance, then you're good. You're good to go.
Yes. Okay. Love that. Yeah, because that was like questions that a lot of people had too. And then like another question I get a lot is like, oh, can clients like feel it? And it's like they can't feel it at all, right, Jess? Can you feel it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Are you asleep? Are you falling asleep?
Yeah.
No, you have to stay up.
Same.
Okay, but yeah, she can't feel it. Like, no, everyone tells me like they can't feel it. Like everyone that I've
Yeah.
used it
Yeah.
on.
Sometimes people might say that it feels like a little warm hug. And there was some stuff like people were feeling burning. So that can actually happen if the glue is too close to the skin. You could feel a little bit of the
Ooh.
exothermic reaction because it is so fast curing that there is heat that is coming from the glue. Like if you ever to put like a piece of tape and then put a glue dot and then cure that, you'll feel the heat through the tape. It'll burn you.
Yeah,
So
sweet.
that's the only thing you might
What?
is like, okay, there is like feeling like it's stinging or burning, and that's probably what's happening. But the light itself, we're good to go. Sage and
Dries
Soul
so
said
quick.
Bolt is my holy grail for the UV system. Awesome.
Okay, I'm putting on. Okay, someone said, "Do you still need a bonder?" And like, that's a great question because I feel I've still been using one just like out of habit, but like, that's a good question.
Okay, so a bonder is called a catalyst. So a catalyst means something that helps your curing speed up. So a bonder speeds that, from 24 hours down to 3 minutes or something, where now your bonder is your light. Because if you were to
Ooh.
put a dot of glue on a lash pad or a piece of tape and you cured it, it's completely hardened. So bonder, you're just going to be wasting. We're actually not going to be carrying bonder or primer anymore.
So I've
So
been wasting my bonder.
you don't need it.
I've been
It's not
using
going to
it
do
like
anything
out
at
of
first. It's already
habit.
cured.
Let's see. Okay, what is someone said, does it comply with blah 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 blah? I don't know what any of that
Yes.
means.
Okay, so that's the IEC
Okay.
62471 test I was just talking about. So
Okay,
the
perfect.
ANSI is the American standard, and then the international, because we do sell to like Australia and UK, there's the international standard. So it's the 62471 photobiological test is the one that I was talking to you about. So yes, it is ANSI, it's actually IEC accredited, tested. So yes, it does pass like all of that.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Quick and easy.
I
Okay,
know.
let's see. Hold on. Okay, someone said, do UV lashes weaken the natural lashes?
They
I
do
couldn't
not.
I couldn't see why they would.
No, some people think that like the UV does something adverse to your lashes and it doesn't, that would be like going outside or going into a tanning bed. It would fry your lashes, and we're not talking about lasers here. Like, this is so gentle. Like,
Yeah,
underneath this light, you get more exposure outside walking into your appointment than you will at your entire appointment using this system. So no, it doesn't weaken.
period.
Like, it would be just like if you're going to a lash artist who's weighing your lashes down, that's going to weaken it or
Oh
cause
yeah.
issues. The light and the glue is not. Nope.
I always tell people too, because like there's so many people that are like, oh, I would never use lashes like over 12 millimeter. And I'm like, I have some clients that get like 18 millimeter. I don't even care. I feel like it doesn't like, it's not gonna mess up someone's lashes unless you're like literally gluing like someone's lashes all together, or like
Well, yeah.
you're not isolating and stuff. Like it,
Yeah.
yeah,
And you're
that's like,
mapping it. You're not like 18s all the way across.
right,
No.
exactly. But yeah. Someone said, sorry to backtrack, but do the yellow glasses have a big effect on seeing the natural lashes during the application process? What tape would you recommend to use for the lower lids?
Okay, so it doesn't actually, like, having the binoculars really helps me. Ever since I switched to like a little, these are just like the cheap loops. I can see these really well. So it doesn't alter, like the yellow doesn't alter it at all. It actually helps me to have longevity in my lashing so then my eyes aren't fatigued. And then as far as like lower lash tape, I've just found that some stuff can be a little bit more reflective, and so it's personal preference. So like for example, we sell a pink tape that actually reflects the light, whereas like our teal tape and green tape that actually will absorb the light a little bit more, and so it doesn't add strain to your eyes. That's all. It's all about eye strain and preference. So you can try a couple things. I haven't found too many things that are too reflective. So like your typical lash pads, your typical lash tape, probably most likely will still be fine. So you can still use all of that same stuff.
Also, anyone that's joining, like, please feel free to
Yeah.
ask questions. Like, we're not just answering the questions from these. So,
Yeah.
Isn't yellow glasses good for astigmatism?
is yellow glasses good for astigmatism?
That's a great question. I'm not a
Maybe.
dermatologist, so I don't know.
I saw that on TikTok recently. A guy
Maybe.
with yellow
Maybe I
glasses
have an
in mine.
astigmatism.
Okay, someone said, how much of a learning curve is there? Like, do I need to take a whole course?
Okay, so if you're already doing lashes, it's really just adding that light and the foot pedal to your, and you probably have kind of felt it too. Like there might be some wobbliness, trying to figure out where the light should be,
Oh,
how much
yeah. I
glue
still go through that.
yeah,
Like,
like sometimes you might, because you use a glue ring, like accidentally curing your glue
yes,
ring.
I've done that a few times.
So it took me probably a good, like I was just like Dennis. Dennis said I just went straight into it. I literally pulled out my kit and I used it on my first client. And I was gobsmacked at when she came back in. It was actually the video I just posted a couple days ago. She had 6 week retention, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. She was the first person I used it on, and she had 6 week retention that looked amazing. So it took me about 3 clients for their fills to really get used to it, and probably a good week or two of just repetition to now if I don't use traditional glue, but if I were to, I'd probably not know what to do with my feet. So it takes a little getting used to.
The
But
first few times I used it, I like had to like be barefoot for some reason, like doing the pedal. Like I don't know why. I was like I have to like for some reason it just like wasn't registering to me with my shoe.
there's also still times when I forget that it's pressed and it'll just be pressed the whole time. And I was like, wait, because I also wear the yellow glasses, so sometimes I can't see that the beam is there. And so I'm like, oh, like I'm pressing it already. I can't press it if it's already pressed. So
Okay.
you don't necessarily need a certification. We provide one with all of our kits. You can get it at Evlo Lash with code Wednesday20 for 20%
Yes.
off.
I know that was one of the next someone said, are the lights expensive? I was gonna say
Yeah,
no, but also have a discount code Wednesday
yeah.
20.
Use the discount code, which is good. Holiday sales are coming up, which is good. All of these stuff is like the way to go with it. And the biggest cost is the light for sure. It's we have a 1-year manufacturer warranty and a 30-day money back like return policy. So if you use it for 30 days and you don't like it, you can return it. Just spoiler alert, in the 2 years that we've been selling, I've only had somebody return it twice, and that wasn't because they'd never used it. It was other things that happened. So we've never had anybody return it because of not liking it. So I
Yeah,
took
and
the
I
Emerald Lash Co. online UV training, so incredibly informational. Thank you.
yeah, and then also like you said, like all of the kits like come with the online course, so that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So you get that.
And I will say like one thing about like okay, well as far as like asking if things are expensive. I mean, it depends on like what you think expensive is, but I feel like stuff like that, even like the UV light and also like a nice like lashing light or a nice lashing bed. It's like those are all like investments to your
Yeah,
business. So it's like and they're all
yeah,
stuff that like lasts a very very long time and then it's also important to like make big purchases like that from like companies that you know like have like good customer service and like
yeah.
will
That's
replace
huge.
things and like can answer all
Yeah,
of your questions because it is a big investment so you want to make sure you're like buying from
yeah,
someone that like has your back and is
yeah.
going to like
And
help you through the process.
that's another reason why we created our own foot pedal is that we were having issues with our manufacturer having like just not quality products, and so we took it into our own hands to find a different manufacturer to create our own foot pedal. So like we invested thousands of dollars just on the foot pedal. So it was like we aren't just a fly by night. I'm dedicated to this. I'm not leaving my UV light anywhere till I die. But yeah, like the foot pedals cover, like we have our own special foot pedal, manufacturer warranty for like the first year. Yeah, we're here for your support because I know I'm still a lash artist at the end of the day, and I know what it's like to be treated by lash companies, like you said,
Yeah.
to be either be gaslighted or to be used. Yeah.
Someone said, do you have to use specific glue or can you use your own glue?
This is such a great question. So UV glue has a special formula. So if you were to put a dot of like traditional glue and shine the UV light on it, nothing's going to happen. So that would be kind of like the comparison of traditional nail polish or UV nail polish. So UV nail polish or like the shellac kind of stuff, it's activated by the light. So there's a special chemical in the UV glues called a photo initiator. So it's basically very similar in composition to traditional glue. Just now we can alter the percentage of the cyanoacrylate, but it is still cyanoacrylate based. So you can still use the same removers, you can still use your same lashes, your same tweezers, everything is the same. So you don't have to, invest in a whole new thing. And then the glue itself is shelf life open for 3 months. So that's another thing is like the light might be expensive, but you're not buying glue every month. So you can buy it every 3 months. Or if you're doing a lot of lashes, maybe you're still using one a month, but pretty rare.
I'm like finally getting the hang of doing
I can
this
see
on
it.
live. This is hard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I feel like some of these we already answered. How? Okay, yeah, we said how long. Okay, someone said, is retention actually better? Yes, like I said, it has been for me, definitely, except for on the person I'm doing right now because she never has good retention no matter
Her
what.
natural
Okay,
lashes are
but
insane though. Look at
I
how white they are.
know.
okay, the first time she used it though, I actually really did like the retention. It was like better
Yeah.
retention.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
like when I first got it. You might have been like the first person I used it on actually. But yeah, I like that. I don't know. I always lash like this. Like I always like when I'm doing fills, especially like I pull back the top layer like immediately and I always lash the bottom layer first because that's
Oh,
just
that's
what's like
cool.
easiest for me.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I like that, yeah, I can literally, especially because the bottom layer, they're already like kind of isolated when they're pulled back,
Yeah.
but it's like I can literally like lash side by side and I don't have to like fully isolate too.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
thought when I was trying, switching, like, should I even carry this product? I had one client that she had pretty symmetric, retention on her lashes. She wasn't like a side sleeper or one eye would be bare. And so I asked her, I was like, can I use this on you? One eye I did traditional glue, one eye I did the UV glue, and she had very oily skin. When she first came into me, I swear she probably only had 6 lashes per eye. I was able to do some tricks and tips with like the traditional glue to get her to maybe 10-day, 14-day retention, but even then it wasn't as great. And then when I used the UV glue on her, when she came back, her one eye that I used UV, I only had to do 20-minute fill, and the one with traditional glue, I had to do 40-minute fill. So that's where I was like, oh my gosh, if I could get lashes to stay on her, I didn't know this would work with
Yes.
anybody.
It's like the ultimate test. Oh my God, someone said watching from Japan. You guys are awesome. Been doing Evlo UV light for a year and loving it.
I love
Oh
it.
my God, I want to go to Japan so bad.
I know she's she's on the Air Force Base, I think. So if you're
Oh,
in Japan and you need lashes, hit her up.
no, literally, I want to go so bad. Okay, is there anyone watching on here right now that like
Yeah,
currently uses
she.
UV?
Oh,
Like, what's been your I want to hear like everyone's like experience if you're on here and you use UV.
yeah. I did hear, like there is like some people that haven't loved it, but for like 99%, a lot of people like it, and sometimes it's just like trying to figure out like if you're having an issue.
Right.
My DMs are always open, and the biggest thing that you can do is film yourself lashing, send it in to me, and I will see if there's like something that's going on. Okay, how much is the glue and the light? So we have 3 different options, and they're all kits. And so I believe the Halo Focus is around 550, and then they go down from there. So we
And
have
that's like a full kit.
yeah, that comes with the certification, the glue, the tape, lash pads, the little gummy bear pads that you're using, the light, yeah, all of that.
And then you can
So
use code Wednesday20.
Wednesday20 at evlolash.com. Yes. What are your other tips and tricks for your clients who struggle with retention?
Oh, like just in general. Okay, the thing that like clicked for me personally, what like a long time ago at the beginning of my career was that I honestly like wasn't using enough glue.
Yes.
And also like the base is not being connected. Actually, this is like a good example. I feel like the base is popping off like this one lash already that I'm about to take off. But like connecting the bases and then also like not using enough glue. And then also like 99% of the time I place my extensions like from underneath the
Me
lash.
too.
That's just what helps me because I feel like I have to like put pressure. I'm like putting
Yes.
pressure on the natural lash, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's what helps me personally.
Yes. Same. I do the same. She said, I transition almost all my clients to UV. My clients who experience sensitivity have come back to try them again after taking a break. Okay, another thing that you can do is like if you have a clean slate when you are doing the lash extensions, you're gonna have better retention. So that's why I got rid of primer. I don't use primer anymore, but I use hypochlorous acid. If you don't use hypochlorous acid, highly recommend looking into it. One that is eye safe for sure. We're not talking hypochloric acid, hypochlorite acid. Make
Oh,
sure you're
okay.
doing the correct HOCl, hypochlorous, and you can get that straight on the skin. If it gets in the eyes, there's no huge worries or anything like that. It's safe for the skin area, the eye area. So really scrub that lash line and get it nice and squeaky clean.
Yeah. Okay, I'm switching to the other eye, like just for timing purposes, even though the other one is not full by any means. Ooh, also the lighting is better on this eye. Ooh, look at
She
those
had cut
natural
off.
lashes.
That's insane.
This is why I feel like they like grow straight down too.
Oh
So,
my god. Oh
oh
yeah,
my
I'll
God.
type it out. Here, I'll type it out. Hypochlorous. CHLOROUS acid. I'm doing it in caps so you can see all of the hypochlorous acid. I use it like literally on everything.
And again, if you're just now joining, we did say earlier you don't technically like have. Oh my god, I didn't move the light to the other eye. You don't technically have to use like an iPad covering. I'm mainly doing this because these are the pads that I like to use to tape back the top layer now. These are like the silicone gummy bear pads from Evlo. I'm obsessed with them. But yeah, so I'm not doing this like because you have to cover the eye. I'm
Yeah.
doing this to cover to yeah, like I already said. Okay, someone did say like I do get questions a lot too. I'm sure you do too. Like what is the difference between like this system and like other brands? Like what would you answer to that?
That's a good question. So it depends on like brands, but there could be like different model of lights, different, wavelengths. So generally most of the lights that are in the UV category are around the same wavelength. Some of the difference that I've seen is they might have wattage difference. So we have like a 5 watt 395 nanometer to 400 nanometer. That's like the light itself that emits. As far as like other systems, so there is one that is not compatible with our glue. Most lights on the market are compatible back and forth. Their glue with our glue with their light, and so forth. But like the tweezer Illumino light, I believe it is like 440 nanometers or something like that, so it's out of the range of like our glue. So that's the one that isn't compatible. But so some things that might be different is, like you said, customer service. Actual components might be more customized. Like we have like a specialized foot pedal that is like very beefy. Also, yeah, like so there could be similars as far as like the base model, or similar nanometers, but it's just preference really on what you want to do. I feel like the Halo Focus is literally the best light. That's why I have you use it, and I have a couple other people that are like, okay, which one do I choose? Do I do the regular Halo or do I do the Halo Focus? And honestly, the Halo Focus is like my favorite by far.
I do love it. I mean, obviously I have nothing else to compare it to, but I do love it. Look at this natural lash. Are we
That is
joking?
crazy. I've been watching you. It's like her natural lashes are insane.
I'm like, this is why
They grow down though.
they grow down. Yeah. Someone said, "Are you gonna come out with a tweezer light attachment?"
Maybe. I
Ooh, you heard it here first.
I literally tried every tweezer light that is on the market. I've tried them from my manufacturer of other factories, and I just haven't found something that is like perfect. And then also, I really didn't want to infringe on any patents, so we didn't come out with one because of the Illumino. Like they have the tweezer; she is like the lash tweezer queen, and I really didn't want to infringe on any patents. I don't want to cause any issues. So I want to come out with something that is unique, and I have to be a little cryptic about what I say, but maybe it's on the tweezer and maybe it's not. So
Ooh, oh, maybe it is, maybe it's not.
maybe it is, maybe it's not.
Oh my god. Also, like, if anyone has any like general lashing questions in general, like, feel free to tell me. Like, if you're, because I'm just realizing this is the first time I've ever like lashed on live,
Looks amazing.
and I'm like, I
She
don't know.
said. Yeah, I also go live log on TikTok all the time, and I
I
do
never
exactly what
have.
Wednesday's doing, and I will answer questions all the time.
I need
But
to
when
start doing that.
it's great. TikTok Live, in my opinion, I know you've had kind of here and there with TikTok because it can be a little interesting. But
I
TikTok
get
Live has
bullied.
been, they
I
can
get
be.
bullied on TikTok. Yes.
Also, I like your micro bangs. You should bring them back. Who cares what
Heck
you say?
no. TikTok bullied me out of
I
them.
That's
They were a
crazy.
moment. They were a moment, but oh, it's already 6:50. Holy crap. Okay, I'll apply like a few more and then I'm gonna like switch it back over to my face and we can like
Perfect.
Answer some more. Asia bullied for the microbangs. Okay, you were one. You also told me not to cut them that short, Asia. You said they're okay, like longer, but like not super short.
Oh my gosh, I'm seeing how many people know like Wednesday that have been like chatting with me in the DMs. I love it. That's so cool.
Yeah, Asia is here in Houston
Oh
too,
yeah, okay.
but like an hour away because Houston is that big.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Speaking of Houston, it is so freaking hot and humid in here right now. I feel like some
Very
of these are
humid.
like sliding off. But yeah, I don't know. Has Mo announced it yet that she's doing a lash bash in Houston in February? You should come.
I'm doing I actually just emailed her.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, I was like I there's so many like lash events that I don't see until like they happen, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was even happening, like lash brunch. That looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I actually just emailed her today. So
Oh
we are gonna be
yeah.
at Lash Boss Retreat in Austin.
Oh, Lash Boss Summit.
There you go, Lash Boss Summit.
Yes, that's my
April.
favorite. I love Lash Boss Summit.
That's awesome. So we're gonna be there. We're gonna have a booth there. So if you want to come and say
A
hi,
booth? How
yes.
exciting. Will this be your first one?
This will be my very first booth, being a lash brand. Yes. I'm so nervous. I don't know what to
Is she
do.
doing another lash bash in upstate New York by chance? I don't know, but I know the course does like New York City in June. I know that's not upstate New York, but I don't know about upstate New York. I love upstate New York though. That's where my family's like actually from.
Really?
Yeah. Like I was like the first generation like born in Texas,
That's
but I
awesome.
haven't been up there in forever. What made you move to Texas from Montana?
Yeah, that's such a great question. Honestly, I was lived in Tex or in Montana since a baby. Like I was born in Colorado, but raised in Montana. And so I just was kind of at the point I've always wanted to move away. And my husband was like, I like the winters here. And I'm like, I don't like the winters. And we went on a cruise and we came back and he's like, okay, let's move. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that was
That's
in
all it
22.
took.
I guess it was like literally negative 40 degrees. And I was like, this is literally terrible. And so that's like the weather being as crazy as it is. I just get like seasonal depression and who like wants like negative 40 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Not me.
I've lived in Texas my whole life, so I don't even know.
It's terrible. Yeah.
I am going to flip this back over to me. I'm like literally sweating. I don't know
It's
why.
very hot.
Okay, ignore my dirty floor. Hold on. I feel like a boomer on here sometimes. Okay.
What
Especially
is
like the Instagram new update. I'm like, where are the DMs? Like, I keep forgetting where the DMs
they
are.
switched the icon? I'm like, come
People
on.
probably think I'm so rude, but I just forget that DMs exist.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I'm back. So,
Yay.
and
Hi.
again, if anyone was late and you like really want to see the lashing portion, I was lashing for like 45 minutes. So I will save this to my feed like forever. And like I said, this will be such a great reference point for like if anyone has any questions or doubts or anything like that about the UV, like I can just direct them to this video. I'm trying to get back on my podcast game, and so I could
Oh,
also
wow.
turn this into a podcast episode too, or we could just film a whole new podcast episode that's more
Yeah,
organized because
that's
I
cool.
know I was all over the place today. Okay, I have had a few clients come back within the first 72 hours after the service saying they're experiencing itching for a day or two. Is this an allergy, like with the UV or like just in general? Like is that
What
like a
heat are you using? I think she used UV.
oh okay.
If you're using the Bolt, that's the most like harsh or like not the most gentle. So I would try a hush on them, but it could be an indicator of like definitely an allergic reaction.
Oh, she said UV specifically.
Yeah. So that could be an indicator. So doing the hush and rinsing will help
Wait, Jess, do you feel like your eye like open? Like, do you feel like your eyes burn when you open them?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay, just kidding. I also have the light, like the cosmic glow, right over her. Just keep them close. I have to finish lashing you. We're gonna like go to dinner after this, and like I need to like actually like lash you for real and not online because that was.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Are you gonna go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, where's your
Fan.
oh fan? I just got this new fan on Amazon. So nice. Okay.
Oh, this is cute.
Let me go through the questions I got on my story and make sure we address everything. I'm also trying to think like about questions I've gotten on my post. Okay, let me see. I think my answer. What?
What's the difference between like a lash bed, like light, and like not a lash bed, like a tanning bed, and like this light?
Like, what's the difference
That's a
between a
great
tanning
question.
bed and a UV
Yeah.
flashlight?
Is it like, I don't know.
Is it like a different type of UV?
Yeah.
What you're asking?
Yes,
Yeah.
so like a tanning bed light usually does usually does have UVA and UVB because you're trying to tan. So B is the burning ray, and that's the one that it can be attributed to like cancer. It actually will alter your DNA, and so that's why you don't want to go to tanning beds. This is only UVA, and within that, it's right at the visible spectrum. So we're right at the cusp of where UV and blue light meet, or visible light. And so it's way more gentle. You're good. She's like, don't show me. But that's such a good question because a lot of people say, you know, like, why would you use UV if it causes cancer? And that's where you go into like the nerdy science. I have a pinned post on my page that talks about it. It breaks it down. There's something called irradiance. And so that is like the strength of the UV and its ability to like penetrate through your skin, cause issues and stuff like that. And our light is, like I said, it was tested as if your eye is open. And even if you were to stare into that light, it's not going to cause harm. Of course, it's not going to be comfortable. You don't want to stare into lights in general, but that's where you get confidence is like, okay, it's not a tanning bed light. It's not a nail light that you're curing. Like it's literally one little LED and it's so gentle. Like you have to be underneath that light for 68 hours to equal 60 seconds in the sun. So that is just like, it's crazy. That's all in like the test too. Like when they do these photobiology, the IEC test, they have actual equations that show you the effect of the light. And so that's how we can use that equation from the test to compare to the UVA from the sunlight. So
Okay, that makes sense.
I get a little nerdy there. Yeah.
No, I love that because I know my other landlords, they own a tanning salon, so she was asking me questions, and I'm like, I have no answer to you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then like whenever like you said, like how you have a pinned post, like that pretty much
Yes.
breaks it all down too.
Yes. Yeah, we
Okay,
post
so
the exact equation so you can like put that into ChatGPT and like fact check me. I'm good with you fact checking so that
I'm like,
you
I
know.
like tune out
I
math
know.
and stuff, but I'm like, okay, it's there, so like
You're
it's
like, just tell me
real.
if
Like
it's
I
safe or
trust
not.
you. Okay, I got this comment on my last post, and it's like it's kind of like I had no idea how to answer it, but a lot of people like hearted it.
Okay.
But it says, I'm curious to know if you've consulted with an optometrist to see what they have to say to bring a UV light to the eyelids. I'm tempted to try, but want to make sure my clients won't have blindness in the future.
Okay, that's a really good question. I have not consulted with an ophthalmologist, but with that, you know, the photobiology test, that actually tells you the effect on the eye and whether or not there is like retinal damage or any sort of effect on the eye. So it's not a laser. Your eyes are closed. We're using these things as professionals within controlled environments. And so with that knowledge, with that photobiology test, that's where you know the effect on the eye isn't going to be harmful. So there is a level. There's risk group 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Risk group 4 is like no bueno. You should not even be around it. Risk group, 3 and 2, you should wear eye protection. we have had a few and no one had concerns when they saw the strength of the light. Oh yeah, Lashcast actually has like scientists and professionals. Like I think there's like a laser professional, somebody who does like specializes in lasers, and a chemist, and they talk about kind of that in general. And so you can kind of get more understanding with that. And so then, you know, when you see our light and the safety test that we have, it's independently tested, you can see that it's, you know, it's safe. So that's a good question though. Like
It is a good question. And anytime I like see
worry.
the word like blind though, I'm just like, okay, like I'm so bad at like answering. No, I'm not bad at answering questions. I shouldn't say that. Like I'm
Yeah.
literally an educator and a speaker, but
But
I'm
like,
not gonna
you
say
know
I'm bad
how,
at answering questions. But
yeah,
sometimes there are like certain words that I'm like, okay, like I'm not qualified to answer. That's the word. Like
yes,
some words and some questions, I'm like, I'm not qualified to answer that. Like, hold please, let me find
yeah.
the answer.
I highly recommend the Lashcast. They have a whole series on it. Highly recommend going and looking at it. And on one of those, it's actually the one that spearheaded us. You know, like I listened to Lashcast. I've looked up to them for like my entire time when, you know, of
Yeah,
laughing ever
same.
since they were in Integrity Lash and then now this. And I've learned so much, like the MOCRA certification. I'm learning a lot from their Lashcast, their podcast. And so when they were like, it's, you know, we can see that somebody truly knows what they're doing if they have an independent test. That's why we got the first independent test of the IEC standard and then the second independent test of the usage distance like recommended. So we have several tests out there, but yeah, highly recommend looking at them. It's really hard because there are a lot of people that are so against it, like UV equals cancer, UV is terrible, UV is bad. And some people are able to be open but still sheltered, maybe kind of like yourself. Like, I am scared, but I'm curious too.
Yeah,
But then there's
exactly.
also some people that are like, you can't penetrate this, you'll never be able to. And so sometimes you have to just be like, I hear you, but I'm here if you want like an open conversation. But some people just aren't open. So
And like I said, like it's if you're doing anything in the lash world or making any type of change or making like any big purchase, it is super important to go with a brand that like you know is gonna like have your back and answer all of your questions and
yeah,
like just be there for you and also have like good customer service and stuff like that. So I think that
yes,
that's super important too. And like no
yes,
question is off limits with you. And like if anyone
yeah.
is thinking about purchasing anything from Evlo or like making the switch to UV, like my experience has been amazing. You've been super helpful and like
Thank you.
holding my hand along the way. And it's
No, I
been
love your
amazing.
perspective because I'm not like somebody who's like, here's a light, you know, say good things about it. I'm like, here's a light,
Mm-hmm.
say the nitty gritty because people are going to
Yeah.
go through some of those ebbs and flows of like figuring out UV and if it's safe. And, you know, that's how I was too. I had, you know, lots of nights of like wondering, should I even carry this because of the risk and the liability that came with it? I knew that it was going to be heavy. I knew, and so I really needed to understand the science. And once you understand the science of anything lash related, that's where you get in the confidence, you know? So that's my goal. Like whether you use our system or another system, I hope that I can be a resource to like be like, okay, this is interesting, or this is what that means, or does wattage really matter, or what is irradiance? And maybe to you, Wednesday, that's all just like, but
Yeah,
like
I'm
some
like,
people want to know it, you know?
I believe
So,
you. Well, thank you so much
yes,
for coming
thank
on
you for
here.
having
This was
me.
really good. And like I
Thank
said,
you.
I am going to save this to my feed. So if
Perfect.
anyone wants to reference it,
And my
yeah.
DMs are always open. I'm the
Yes.
only one that replies to our DMs. If you email, it's for either myself or my husband. That's the only people that are at our
Oh,
business.
I love that.
So
Yeah, and if
you'll get a
anyone
direct
like
reply
my
from
DMs
me.
are open too, of course. Like if you
Yeah.
just want to know like my experience with it or whatever, and I'll try to help you the best I can. But obviously, you know more than me. And then like obviously, people like can binge like your Instagram content too, because I
Yeah,
feel like you have
YouTube,
so much
Instagram. Yeah.
informative content on
Thank
there.
you.
So
Thank you.
thank
I
you for
appreciate it.
coming on here. I really
Thank you,
appreciate you
everybody.
taking time
Yes,
out of your evening.
I appreciate you
I gotta
all.
finish my girl's lashes.
I'll
So.
be investing in the new year, so.
Ooh, use my code Wednesday20.
Yes.
Yes, Wednesday 20 at Evlo Lash Co. or evlolash.com.
Yay. Okay, well, I will talk to you later. Thank you to everyone that
Guys.
joined, and happy holidays, everyone. Bye.